Consider this. I was halfway through making coffee when my phone lit up. Not a text, not an email. A clean white screen. Safe path. Update completed. I hadn't touched anything. Another line appeared. Your day is optimized. For a second, I just stood there, mug in my hand, as if I'd missed something important without moving an inch. Outside, everything looked normal. A delivery truck reversing, someone jogging past with headphones, a dog pulling its owner toward the street. Inside, the message stayed on my screen like it already knew I would keep staring. I opened the Civic app. Everyone had it. Parking, transit, work access, healthcare, emergency alerts, one login, one identity. A green circle filled the screen. Status, clear. Below it, a checklist. Sleep, verified. Commute, recommended. Spending, balanced. Social, normal. And something new. Safety mode, on. I didn't remember enabling it. I tapped. Safety. Mode reduces risk exposure. Benefits include fewer disruptions and improved eligibility. 2 buttons. Keep on. Turn off. I pressed. Turn off. A loading wheel spun. Then, unable to comply. Safety mode is required for your current eligibility tier. Eligibility, not permission, not choice. I closed the app and told myself it was a bug. When I stepped into the hallway, the lights brightened exactly on cue. The elevator was already waiting. The lobby screen flashed my name with a green check mark. Small things, helpful things. Too precise. Outside, the air smelled like wet concrete and burnt coffee from the corner shop. I walked toward the subway, the same route I always took. At the station, the turnstile paused when I tapped my phone. Please wait. Then the glass gate stayed closed. A side gate lit up instead. Route adjusted. People moved around me without slowing. No one seemed surprised. A woman stepped behind me. Just take it, she said quietly. It's faster. The side gate screen greeted me by name. Today's route avoids high variance areas. High variance. Like neighborhoods were statistics now. I went through. The train felt normal, quiet commuters, screens glowing, someone asleep against the window. But everything nudged people gently into place. Digital signs predicting where to stand, platform lights suggesting where to board. At work, my badge scanned instantly. Welcome back. Safety mode enabled. Maya was at the coffee machine. You got the update, she said. What update? Safe path patch makes everything smoother. Smoother how? She shrugged. Less chaos. My calendar shifted automatically. Meetings moved, lunch windows adjusted. People didn't question it. They just followed, because each change was small. At lunch, I ordered from my usual deli. A warning popped up. This vendor has elevated incident variability. Proceeding may affect eligibility. It was a sandwich. I ordered anyway. 10 minutes later, my phone buzzed. Eligibility adjustment notice. I opened the app. Spending, irregular. That was all. No explanation, no argument. Just a quiet change to who I was in the system. I laughed under my breath, but it didn't feel funny. That evening, I walked home instead of taking the train. I wanted randomness, noise, something unplanned. My phone vibrated. Stress detected. Try a breathing exercise. I ignored it and kept walking. The city felt slightly edited now, like an invisible hand had smoothed the rough edges. Back home, I opened the Civic portal on my laptop and started digging. Buried under menus, I found it. Safety mode is managed by Safe Path Partners. Partners, not the city. Below it, view consent history. I clicked. A list appeared. Dates, times, then today. 6:14 OOM. Consent confirmed. I had been making coffee at 6:14. There was a small play icon. I clicked. A video opened. My kitchen, my face, my voice. I consent! The clip ended. No glitch, no distortion, no obvious fake, just me. And I had no memory of saying it. The realization landed quietly. It didn't need you to agree. It only needed proof that you already had. I sat there staring at my own face frozen on the screen, feeling something cold settle behind my ribs. I searched SafePath partners, insurance providers, payment processors, property managers, employers, transit authorities, all tied into the same risk model. The power wasn't visible because it didn't need to be. It lived inside Access. The next day, I left my phone at home. At the subway ticket machine, there was no cash option anymore. Only guest access, via ID. I scanned my license. Access denied. Status unverified. I tried again. Same result. A transit employee watched calmly. "I can't ride without the app," I asked. She shrugged. "System policy." I walked away. Rideshare drivers canceled on me twice. My work badge flashed yellow instead of green. Status, review. My manager pulled me aside. "Your compliance profile dipped," he said carefully. "Nothing serious, just unpredictable." Unpredictable. Like uncertainty itself was a problem. I asked Maya if she'd ever turned safety mode off. "Why would I?" she said. "To see what happens." She hesitated. "My cousin tried," she said. "Lost his lease renewal. Eligibility change." She said it like the weather. "Freedom is expensive," she added quietly. That night I found forums full of anonymous stories. People weren't banned. Their lives just shrank. Higher prices, slower approvals, fewer options. The system didn't punish you. It simply stopped helping. The next morning I watched the coffee shop across from my building. Two lines had formed. One moved fast. Phones scanned. Drinks handed over instantly. The other barely moved. Cash payments, confused tourists, a tired barista typing orders manually. No signs explained the difference. No one complained. The slow line just felt wrong. I realized the system didn't force compliance. It made resistance feel outdated. I walked away with a quiet unease I couldn't shake. Back home, I opened the Civic app again. Safety mode was still locked on. A new button had appeared. Request exemption. I tapped it. A calm form opened. "Are you willing to accept increased uncertainty? Do you understand this may reduce protections?" I imagined the two futures. One smooth, predictable. Doors opening automatically because the system trusted me. The other messy, slower, human, waiting longer, missing opportunities. Explaining myself to systems that never argued, only decided. I thought about the video of me saying yes. About how easy it would be to believe I had chosen all of this. Maybe control didn't arrive like a law. Maybe it arrived like a better user experience. That thought sat heavier than it should have. I looked around my apartment. The lights dimmed automatically, the thermostat adjusting on its own. And suddenly every small convenience felt like something that had quietly learned me too well. I sat there for a long time, thinking about how many decisions had already been nudged without me noticing. Routes, spending, timing, even where I stood in a crowd. None of it felt forced. That was the part that scared me. Outside, a distant siren drifted through the window, fading as quickly as it came. The city kept moving. Calm, efficient, safe, and for the first time, I wondered how much of myself had already been traded for that feeling. I hovered over the checkbox. If I opted out, nothing dramatic would happen. No alarms, no police. Just friction spreading into everyday life. If I stayed in, things would stay easy. Doors would keep opening, and the safest version of me would slowly become the only version left. My reflection stared back at me from the dark window, trying to decide if courage was wisdom, or just another risk the system would eventually learn to erase. Which leaves us with one question. Would you choose safety, even if it slowly replaced who you are?